What would you give to a medieval peasant? Funny answers include flavor blasted goldfish, a Sour Patch Kid, or a 120mm Sabo. Any of these answers would eviscerate him, and with the wonders of technology, I can transport myself to the living room couch and rock while playing Besiege VR. That's right, the beloved PC building game from 2015 recently just got a VR port. So here's the deal, I'm gonna conquer Ypsilon, the starting island of Besiege, with a tank. Alright, so first I gotta learn how to play, so I sped run the tutorial and gave the first few levels a shot. Now remember, I have a lot of experience on the PC edition of this game, but the VR version has many differences. But that's not what you're here for. You're here for big tank versus feudalism, not man complains about technology. So here's a quick list. Some blocks from PC just don't exist. I can't type in specific values, so I waste my life with these stupid sliders. I can't set custom angle limits on hinges. Can't set custom angles or distances on building tools. Like, what? Pins disappear and are insanely annoying to try to find. There's some weird bugs. I can't drag select a cluster of blocks, so when I need to move a bunch of stuff, I have to painstakingly select each block every time. I don't know, maybe these features exist and I just missed them, but the tutorial was pretty bare bones. Oh, and there are no mods. Wait, no mods? No setting cannon power to 1 quintillion? Or scaling a block to the width of nothing? No kaleidoscope additive loading? No. No!
Oh, no! 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 Oh God! No! 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 No!
Alright, so this level wants me to use steering hinges to reach the end, so I can dodge the many bombs and many sheep. Like the rebel I am, I rejected the level's advice and started on the tank tracks, for which I have a top and bottom row of powered wheels, with the bottom row on pistons to both tension the track and act as suspension. The track itself is made of hinge blocks, with the curved sections requiring some brain power. Once connected, I added some blade blocks as both armor and guide rails to prevent the tracks from slipping off. I played around with some different options for the top guide, but ended up just using ballast blocks. The single track seemed to work well, so I started working on duplicating it for the other side, which is where my heart breaks as I realize I have to manually select each block. But once that's done, I have a working tank drivetrain, and the next few levels pass by pretty easily. It's not until I reached this level that my singular cannon begins to feel inadequate.
Step off! They jumping me! They jumping me!
Now, we need some sort of weapon adept for crowd control, and I think I have just the idea. I'm adding this Gatling crossbow system, but right now the crossbows are firing simultaneously. So for each crossbow I added a length sensor that triggers once per rotation at the same position. But now the crossbows fire automatically even if I'm not holding the trigger. To prevent this, I need to add a logic gate for each crossbow, right? Well, thankfully, I'm 5-head. These length sensors have already consumed a lot of available inputs. Instead, I put the crossbow assembly on suspension and added a constantly compressing spring that keeps the length sensors from reaching their trigger length. With one button press, the wheel spins and the spring decompresses to allow the length sensors to trigger. Just like that, we have a working Gatling crossbow that only fires when you want it to. But to be honest, crossbows are kinda weak in this game. So like in all things, the solution is fire. Besiege has a fire arrow mechanic where one hit is guaranteed to kill. Sounds overpowered, right? Well, I guess the developers thought the same, and this is where you get to see my negative 5-head. I struggled so much to get the arrows to consistently light, and for a while, my solution was simply more flamethrowers. When that didn't help, I conceded and asked the Besiege Discord for help. I reduced the number of flamethrowers and had to add this extra bit to help the forward suspension decompress enough to enter firing mode. I'm kinda bummed I can't get the arrows to light consistently without, well, lighting the whole thing on fire, but the intermittent fire arrows do remind me of tracers from a machine gun, so that's neat. What's even neater is the depth of the dent in my head. because next we're working on the main armament. I had this grand vision for a flywheel of cannons where the weight of the cannons would help with recoil suppression and the recoil would rotate the next cannon into position. To hold the wheel in place, I envisioned a ratchet and pawl system. Fortunately, this seemingly neat solution was not neat in practice. It was an insane headache to build in VR. I realized too late that rollers don't exist, and putting together a turret with horizontal and vertical traverse with this design was difficult. Additionally, cannons are a little weak in the campaign since they struggle against stone structures. So I ditched the whole idea for another bad idea. Switching to bombs was definitely the right direction, but despite its compactness, this rotating carousel was impractical due to each and every one of these grabbers needing a dedicated input and accompanying logic. Fine in PC, but not in VR. That's why I put together this grabberless bomb carousel. It has a timer for consistent rotation intervals and a slot that the bombs settle into. This slot has a water cannon to then push bombs up into the turret, which has multiple powerful steam cannons immediately launching the bomb into the desired direction. Having the bomb carousel and turret separate keeps the turret light and easy to traverse. Now that I finally have a main armament, it's time to get a bit creative. Sliding the flamethrower in, I still have a lot of space for weaponry and one of those weird chairs in hotel rooms. I decided on the former and started experimenting with jaw blocks. These blocks have some power behind them, and stacking them creates an extremely compact catapult. I put these with grenades at the front, and I love them. First, they act like an airburst mortar, but once the grenades are gone, I can still use the jaw blocks as a meat grinder for any enemies that come too close. Now that the weaponry is done, it's time for a makeover. Here's the completed tank. All things considered, I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Now, let's pay our friends a little visit.
Did I miss anything?
I think Bessie...
Goodbye, back to the lobby.
Hint, use a grabber.
No.
I don't like...
Sheep.
Sorry this video took so long. I've been busy with trying to get a job, but I appreciate you all and thanks for watching.